Hi there, welcome to my channel. So today I've brought to you a very different video. It's about life with keratoconus. For those of you who do not know what keratoconus is, it's basically an eye condition where your eyesight is not 100% correct. It does not have a cure yet, but yes, there are remedies and there are procedures with which you can actually curb this condition. I have been living with keratoconus from the past 8 years now, and I just wanted to share my experience with everyone out there, because when I actually went and researched about this particular condition online, I did not find even a single video on YouTube about keratoconus and how life is with keratoconus and what are the changes that you have to adopt in your life when you have an eyesight that is affected with keratoconus. What is keratoconus? Well, to put it into simple words, everyone has a round cornea, and with keratoconus your cornea goes conical. So the refraction of light that happens so that you can get a correct vision, it doesn't happen correctly, and as a result you get a blurred vision. We go ahead and share my experience with you about life with keratoconus. So what are the things that I can't do with keratoconus? So one, I cannot wear makeup. Well, not that I can't wear makeup, I can, especially eye makeup. I just have to be really careful around the kind of products that I use. I can't use anything that has a powder form to it. So everything that I have to use should be cream based around my eyes. So I just right out refuse to use any eye makeup as is. The only thing that I use on my eyes, or rather eyelids, is either gel liners, pencil liners, or pen liners. I cannot use anything that is waterproof, because if I do wear waterproof and it gets anywhere on my lens, it is damn hard to take it off my lens. RGBs are really difficult to clean, so I can't afford to get any kind of product on it. So if I ever have to wear eye makeup, I cannot do the swiping motion on my eyelid as most of the makeup artists do, or anybody who applies makeup does. I have to dab everything on it. I can't do this motion on it at all. So eyeliners and which are in the pen form works best for me, because they are pretty smooth to apply and I don't have to put much pressure on my eyelid. I can't wear kajal. I can only wear kajal when I'm not wearing my lenses. If I'm wearing my lenses, because there's the waterline around my eyes, if I have any product on there and it is caught between my lens and my eye, oh, there is excruciating pain for one, and the other, my vision goes blurry. And if it goes blurry, there's no point wearing the lens. If I have to take 15 minutes to get ready, I'll take 3 hours getting ready just because I'm wearing that lens and cleaning it up and going through the whole process. So that's how irritating it is. Then if I have to wear RGBs, I have to be really careful to face away from any source of direct wind or air. Like for example, if the weather is such where it's windy, I really have to put on sunglasses. Or if it's night time, I can't put sunglasses, so I have to hood my eyes, because I can't face the wind, because if there is even a tiny speck of any kind of a tiniest granule gets between my between my lenses and my eyes go red and there is pain that I can't imagine. All I want to do is scratch my eyes out at that point of time, and it's really, really painful. So that's one thing that I really am scared of, that I cannot face the wind sources. Even at times when I'm teaching in the class and there's a window open or something, or if I'm writing something on the board and I have to use chalk and that dust falls over, oh my god, my eyes go all red and they start watering. There have been times when I actually have cried from one eye and the other is absolutely dry, because I had something in my eye and one is red and watery, and it's not even a little water, it's like absolutely a stream of tears running down half my face, and the other is absolutely fine. My students ask me what's wrong, and I have to explain it to them that this is the condition, and it's okay, it'll take about 10 to 15 minutes to get normal. And it's very irritating when you have to do that. I have avoided I have learned to avoid touching everything with my index fingers, because I want them to be clean at all times so that I can adjust my lens when required, because there are times when I actually have to adjust my lens. There have been times when if my eyes go too dry and I am looking at a certain angle, sometimes the lens just kind of like shifts and stays there while my cornea comes back in place, and the lens is actually on the corner of my eye, so I have to kind of shift my eyeball back to that position, hold the lens and get the cornea inside the lens again, so that it comes back in place. So that's something that I have learned to live with. The other issue that I've had with these lenses is they get cloudy, and I don't know for what good reason they get cloudy. At the worst of the times, I'm at a party enjoying, and my lenses would start getting foggy. I'm driving and my lenses would start getting foggy. I'm watching a freaking movie and my lenses would start getting foggy. They don't get foggy initially. After some time, only very rarely, there's a fog that starts forming inside my lens. It's like looking at the world through egg whites, and it's very, very irritating. So I have to, then take out my lens, clean my hands, clean my lens, put the lens back, and it's a big thing to do. It's irritating when you're trying to enjoy life, and you have to go through all that process of cleaning your lens. It would be so much easier just popping your glasses on and just enjoying life, but unfortunately that's not the case. With glasses, I only have 90% vision. So if ever I have to go to office, because I have to do quite a bit of reading, so I have to look at the text. So you must have seen me in certain videos doing this to the camera, or when I'm trying to read something, it's only because I'm trying to focus my eyes on the text. With lenses, fortunately, I don't have that issue. I can see everything pretty clearly. The other thing that I can't see without lenses is dust particles. It's a boom, but then at times there's tiny dust particles that are strewn across my desk or my car dashboard, and honestly, I can't tell the difference. I can see the dashboard, but I don't see it as dirty, because the tiniest particles of dust are invisible to my naked eye with the keratoconus. And if I'm wearing lenses, then I can see all the dust particles. For one, these lenses are very expensive. One pair costs me 25,000, and that's on discount. Because the hospital that I go to is catering to these patients, giving them discounted lenses. Not that I have cheaper versions of these that are made in India, but they are not as comfortable, so I have to get these imported from UK, because these are the versions that actually go really well with my eyes, and they're comfortable to the point that I can now wear them 10 hours a day. And but I have to take care of all these other issues that I just mentioned. And if I lose a lens, then I have to go for a pair, which is very, very irritating. So that means 25,000 bucks is what I have to shell out every time I lose a lens, and it's hard on the pocket. I have had instances where I have lost lenses to silly things. Like, for instance, once I was actually cleaning the lens and I did not realize that the nail had grown a little longer than its normal size, and I was cleaning it and I put a little bit more pressure than required, and my nail scratched through the lens, and there goes the pair. I had to replace it with another one. There was another instance when I was actually walking with my lens. I had just cleaned it and I was holding it like that, and I was about to trip, so in order to gain my balance, I had a reflex action of pinching my fingers, and I broke my lens. There goes 25,000 again. It was pretty painful, I must say, because I, as it is, have to have a fresh pair every year. I cannot use the same lens for over and over for more than 1 year. So I have to have a pair every year, and if at any point of time I lose a pair in the middle of the entire year, that means 25,000. So if I lost it twice, which I did last year, I had to shell out 50 grand just to get 2 pairs of lenses. Now I have learned how to be really careful around my lenses. I can't use moisturizers before I put in my lenses, so I've learned to actually, the moment I take a bath, I don't touch any surfaces. The first thing I do is I go to my apparatus, I insert the lens in my eye, I don't touch anything, not even clothes. Then I proceed to apply moisturizer, and then the eyeliners and the makeup and the clothes and everything comes later. Even hair drying comes later. I can't insert the lenses if I touch my clothes, and God forbid if I have a piece of lint or even a tiniest speck of lint on my finger and then I touch my eye, it'll start watering again, and the pain is going to be there and the redness is going to be there. So there have been times when I've like, chuck it, I'm just wearing specs and going to work, to hell with it. There have been times when I've actually wanted to go to an event where I was all dressed and everything, and I ended up wearing a mascara because I thought it'll look pretty, but the mascara got onto my lens and then it made it all cloudy, and instead of going to the event in like 45 minutes, it took me 3 hours just to get my eyes to stop watering again. So I mean, these are the kind of adjustments that I've had to make in life around keratoconus. Using spectacles is not difficult. I prefer wearing them, so I have to give my eyes rest too. So I make sure that out of 7 days, 5 days are spent wearing the lenses, because I have to wear them for a duration of 10 hours. And then for the next 2, I absolutely don't wear lenses at all, because I prefer wearing spectacles, because I need my eyes to be rested. It's like these lenses are something like where you put them on your cornea, and they squeeze your cornea to a certain extent to get everything into focus. Now imagine something squeezing your eye 24/7, and you're moving your eye around and you can feel the lens moving in your eye. So you have to adjust your brain accordingly, that there's something moving inside your eye and you have to live with it. I mean, that's how my brain has now been accustomed to it. There's another thing that I have to be accustomed to. You know how when you wake up in the morning you want to rub your eyes, or when you get something in your eye, your instant reaction is to rub your eyes? I can't do that. So instead, because I have keratoconus, this action is forbidden. So I can't do that. So I have to make do psychologically, telling myself that I'm rubbing my eyes or area around it. So I have to rub this part. I just hold this part of my eyes between my nose near the tear ducts, and I just kind of like do this and go around like that. I can't rub my eyes like that. That's something I really miss, because that's a reflex when you get something in your eye. So now I've learned not to do that. So every time I get something, I'll just quickly do this, or this, or I'll just hold my eyelids up, but I cannot rub my eyes. That's the reason I can't even apply any kind of makeup on my eyes. So I have to do the motion of dabbing the eyeshadow on my eyelid, not actually swiping the brush across. I can't do that. These are the things that I have to live with keratoconus. Now there must be other options that are available, but because this is such a hush thing, I don't know why it is something that people don't talk about in India, but I guess people should start talking about it, because it's not a disease, it's just an eye condition, and it's easy to live with it if you do everything right and you get habitual to it. Especially women don't talk about the fact that they have an eye condition like that. So I thought, let me go ahead and make a video about it. And if you guys think that there is anybody who's watching and has the same condition as mine, let's connect on this platform so that we can at least talk about how tips and tricks of how exactly do we make our lives easier around this condition. Let's connect on this platform. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye now.